Good day, everyone. This is Bob Martin, the RCSubGuy with the Nautilus Dry Docks, and if you've been following my channel, you'll know that I'm out of the shop this week, so there's not a lot of sub building going on. And I told you in my last video that I was not going to have anything to share with you this week. Well, that was a little bit of a white lie, because I am down in Florida, my old stomping grounds, and just so happens that I closed the deal for a new RC Submarine about a 3-hour drive away from where I'm staying in Bonita Springs, Florida. So figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride and introduce you to Collier, who is a super interesting guy. Just give you a little sneak peek of the super awesome submarine that I just nabbed. All right, guys, so we are here with Collier Yarish. Am I saying it right?
Yes, that is correct.
Collier Yarish. And I just bought a 212 submarine from him, which we're going to get to in a minute. But before we get there, there's a lot of other cool things in this garage you need to see. So what are we looking at here, the most obvious feature of your garage?
Well, this is an 8-scale B-1 bomber. It's been under construction for probably 4 or 5 years, off and on. All carbon fiber construction. Like I said, it's 8-scale. Wing sweeps. Planning on doing 4 turbines. And the landing gear is custom made over in Belgium. It's a one-off airplane. There's actually 2 of them that were made. They were molded. The only one that was being built. My friend down at Fort Lauderdale has the other one. It's just a shell of a plane. And he kind of doesn't know what to do with it.
So somebody mastered it,
Yeah.
molded it,
Correct.
laid it up, and you said it's all carbon fiber.
Yes. There was a Bob Moore did the original build years ago, and that was all fiberglass. And they redid this one in carbon fiber. So actually, I weighed the fuselage before I started building on it, and the fuselage itself is about 35, 40 pounds.
Holy.
When all said and done, I'm looking probably around 200 pounds.
That is not bad, considering it.
I should say I'm hoping 200 pounds, but it should be right around there.
Because that's what, like 12 or 14 feet long?
17 feet long.
17 feet.
And the wingspan is, if I remember, it's 17-foot wingspan. With a wing swept, it's 11-foot wingspan.
Holy. So the guys that did the gears, are they like RC aviation guys, or like a custom machine shop over there?
Yeah, a little both. One guy, my friend Carton Alexander, he's the one, he actually flew over with the gear. He brought them over here physically. They didn't want to ship them. And his friend Bart, he's the one that does all the machine work and the tinkering, and he has all the equipment. Alex, he's more of the RC guy. He does full scale gliders, and he also does the RCs as well. He's always building something over here. His house is full of airplanes, and he mostly does landing gear for people all around the world. Makes custom landing gear.
That is a hell of a business.
Yeah, those guys really saved me. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have landing gear for this thing. So
Yeah.
they were fortunate to help me out. I was fortunate to have them help me out.
Wow. And just because you'd mentioned it before, you have a Facebook page on this project, right?
I do, yes.
And
it's, what is it? RC B1 bomber build, I think it is.
okay.
Yeah. So it's like I said, it's kind of slow right now. I've been busy with other stuff, family stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back on it and start construction on this thing again in the next month or so.
Nice. All right, and then we got more RC plane goodness hiding up in the rafters here. So
More planes. This is a fun little plane, F-16 XL from Global Jet Club. I'll fly this a lot. I like it because it transports easy and sits on landing gear with no wings on it, so I can just roll it into the van and then roll it out and plug the wings in and go fly it.
and the detail is just incredible. All the rivets and
Yeah, it comes like that out of the box. Yeah, of course I did some weathering. I don't like them all shiny. You gotta give them some patina.
I'm with you, especially for submarines too. That fresh from the dry dock look just doesn't cut it.
And I gotta add the lights and the weathering, just to make it a little more not so much like a toy.
Yeah, exactly. And then what's this thing hanging out next to
Behind that
it?
is the Mears F-104. It's quarter scale. I think it's about 15 feet long. It's a balsa wood plane. It's been all sheeted, and I fiberglassed it and painted it. The rivets, this comes from Mears as well. They're the detail set he offers. They're like stickers. You stick them on about...
Oh, and like come in like sheets and you rub them off kind of thing?
Like a strip of like 10 or so on some Scotch tape, stick it on.
Yeah.
You know, and it's 30, I got 35,000 rivets on there. I was keeping track. Lights and all. I haven't flown it yet. It's brand new, and I did have it for sale for a couple weeks, but people are giving me
Lowball offers.
Lowball, so I just like, you know what? I think I'll just keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
And, but yeah, I got just got to throw a turbine in it, and she's good to go. I think it's about, I haven't weighed it yet. I think it's about 65, 70 pounds.
Oh, just tuck it under one arm.
And the landing gear, again, the guys that did the landing gear for my B1, they do the landing gear for the F-104 as well. And that's what's in it. And I added lights, I added speed brake, and I added a drogue chute as well.
Nice.
So, and next to that are the wings to the B1.
Yeah.
Which are tucked away up there. It's the next project. I started working on the slats. The flaps are done. I got to work on the slats and the roll spoilers on it. I was on the slat project, and I just started getting frustrated because it's a lot of tinkering with the tracks and all that. So
yeah.
I abandoned that and built the F-104 instead.
Well, you know, the fact that you've built all of these makes me feel a lot better about the submarine once we get to it.
Yes. Yeah, I have to say I'm a little nervous because I'm not a submarine guy like you. I mostly do airplanes, so I'm sure you're going to dig into my project and like anything else, you're like, well, I could have done this or should have done that, but I'll learn as I go.
Yeah.
At your videos, I did the modular system like you were showing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed you had like an S3 box in there.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll take a look at it in a
It
second.
worked very well. You know, and a lot of the things were an afterthought. I'm like, oh, I'll throw a camera in there, and so that was an afterthought. So wiring was going everywhere, and plus dealing with keeping things dry. That's another.
Yeah, that's one of the big problems. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, obviously, as you know, I took it all apart as much as I could for shipping, but the lights are in there, a light, and it does have a geared motor for the. Is it the
radar? Oh, yeah. Spinning,
so,
like a spinning radar?
Yeah, it rotates.
Wow.
And there's I added a float switch. So once you submerge, it stops rotating. And there are two little guys that are in there that are affixed to the sail. I 3D printed them and painted them, and I unstuck them. So
yeah, sure. And you got this hull originally for me, but it certainly looks a lot better than I think when it was shipped to you.
It was a lot of work. As you know, the biggest thing was cutting this hatch.
Yeah.
My golly, it was tough, but I got it. It worked out good.
Yeah. So this hull originally was mastered by Lazar Kurzman out of Germany, and it was, I think when you got it's just all smooth, right? Like there's no details on it or anything.
Nothing. It was just a smooth. And I think it was all one. No, I think it was two pieces.
Two pieces, yeah.
Down here, and then I joined it, and then filled it and blended it, and then I cut the hatch here.
At the deck, yeah, which obviously makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was. I look back and I'm like, wow, why did I go through that? But I was very satisfied with the outcome.
No, that's beautiful. That's absolutely gorgeous.
Of course, and I try to hide everything. You know, I was just saying I made this little hatch here for water to escape, or air to escape. Another hatch back here. And to get this thing open, it's hooked at the front.
Okay.
And I love my 3D printer. I 3D printed these to make them a little more scale. And I 3D printed a little latch mechanism here. So basically you hook down there with your nail, push that, and then you can lift it up.
Well, can we take a quick look inside?
Sure. There's
you said you stuffed a bunch of stuff in there.
Everything's stuffed in there for shipping, but let's see what we can get out here.
Yeah.
This is the underside of the sail. And it's going to be kind of a jigsaw puzzle to get it back together, but I'm sure you'll figure it out being the professional you are.
We'll give it a shot, yeah.
Everything's wrapped up in there, but there are the drive shaft is here. with a nice big brass prop. And, or I guess screw, you guys would call them in the submarine world.
And then the ballast is like a gas ballast system by the looks of it, right? You've got a solenoid.
No, that's actually the just a 12-volt solenoid to release the air.
Oh, to vent. Oh, to vent
it. Yes.
Okay, and then was it a pump then to fill?
There's a pump in one of these boxes. I think the radio is all up here.
Okay.
Equipment, and it has the box for the module for the X-tail on-off button here, waterproof, which happened to coincide with the
hatch.
The hatch. You can stick a pen or something down there to hit it, so you can just turn it on and off without.
Which really doesn't matter because it's so easy to take the top off. It's such a big chore.
Yeah, so it's it worked out really well. It's that I was dumb luck on that one. It worked out pretty good, but yeah. And the rear is obviously the drive motor. I can't remember which one it is. I think 500 comes to mind. I can't remember exactly what. But it's a nice big geared motor in there, and the servos, and of course the linkages going back to the tail. So I currently have this trimmed for negative buoyancy.
Okay.
But I know you're like on the safe side, so.
Well, that's because I do a lot of builds for newbies, and so I don't want them getting all ahead of themselves.
And there was actually one time the pond in the back of the house, it submerged. I couldn't get it back up, and what happened was the line popped loose on somewhere, and so in turn I put in a check valve, because when the line popped off, the water would fill, and I couldn't blow the ballast, so I put a check valve so it would not happen again.
Oh, okay, okay.
Fortunately, our pond in the back is only 2 feet deep. So
that's helpful. That's helpful.
I was able to go get it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I gotta say, I mean, obviously we'll tear into this when we get it back to the shop. But I mean, from what I can see so far, it's
there's some,
it looks like a really, really cool build.
Yeah, there's a lot of trial and error. This is only the third one I've built. So as you can see, I'm mostly a jet guy, but submarines are they're fun. So my next project will be that OTW S-Class that I picked up from you last year, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
See how it works.
Well, that's gorgeous. I'm super excited about this thing. And the thing I love about the Collins class and the 212, despite the fact it's a big boat, I'm assuming it actually turns pretty well. Like the smaller ones I've built were really good performers.
It does. That's why I like the X-tail. Oh, and also, it's not scale, me being a scale guy, but I added a bow thruster.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just to help you out a little bit.
Yeah, and
there's the camera.
There's the camera. So the camera, is that just like a self-contained record and download when you get back to?
No, actually, I had this big nerdy monitor.
Oh my lord!
Mounted to the transmitter, and of course you can't see nothing.
I know.
It's pretty murky, but my plan was taking her to a spring somewhere, and get some good visibility. But it does work, and the antenna's in here. Of course, when you snake all up in there, you'll lose the signal when you get underwater.
Submerge, yeah.
But on the surface, the camera's always underwater.
Yep.
It's down here.
Yep.
So I did see a fish once. And
well, Subfest is coming up on May 31st to April 4th, so we'll be able to, if I still have this, which I'll keep it till then, honestly. Maybe I may keep this for myself, to be brutally honest, but the water there is crystal clear. You got visibility for 40 or 50 feet in there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So she's a good boat. I like her a lot, but like I said, I was sitting on my shelf for the past year and I haven't touched it. And I was like, you know what? I need to just let it go, and I'll work on the next one.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
That'll be the next project, and maybe you'll buy that one next year.
Yeah, sure. That's highly possible. Yeah, you bet. Now, are you kind of like me? I enjoy building more than operating, or do you like operating more than building?
I enjoy building more than operating at first, but then I get into the build, then I get sick of it. Like, I just want to operate now. But it's a love-hate thing, it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
But I do like to build a lot. I do. I tend to be in here building something more than I'm out
running,
flying, or running a boat.
Well, it's a lot more convenient.
Yeah.
In the garage.
Air conditioning and all that.
Wow. Well, I'm excited. And I'm a little shout out. There's a limousine here. You said you're selling it, right?
Yes.
Maybe somebody watching my channel would want a limousine. What is this?
This is a 1967 Series 75 limousine Cadillac.
67 Cadillac limousine.
Yeah, it's got the glass partition, all original interior. Good running car. Mechanically, the thing is sound, and obviously it looks great. It has been repainted years ago. My plan was to get all the mechanical stuff done, which it is, and then strip it down and repaint it. Of course, a lot of people are like, the paint looks perfect. I'm like, yeah, but for me, it's better.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm not in the market for a limousine, but maybe somebody out there is looking for a really unique and cool car.
The B1 Bomber does not come with it.
No. Well, for the right price, right? Everything's for sale for the right price.
Yes.
Wow, super cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing everything in here. I love stopping by people's shops and seeing all the cool stuff. So
you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah. Best of luck with your S-Class project, and I'm super excited to get that home and dig into it. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that little tour of Collier's shop. I know I certainly did. To see that level of involvement in RC planes and RC submarines made me feel a lot better about the potential quality of the 212 that he built. We're going to tear into that, in depth when we get it back to the shop, get it all tuned up, paired up. I'll probably put one of my own personal radios in there. It's quite possible that this one is going to find itself into my personal fleet. But at any rate, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. And if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. With that, I'm going to let you go. You have a great rest of your day, and we will